Under the proposed arrangement, inbound commercial vessels would travel through a shipping lane closer to Iran's coastline, while outbound traffic would use a lane nearer to Oman. Iran and Oman would each oversee shipping in the lanes adjacent to their own territorial waters, with the new routing intended to reduce the risk of confrontation and allow commercial traffic to move more safely through the strategic waterway. At the same time, the parties have stressed that this was not yet a full reopening of the strait and that any final arrangement still depended on broader political agreements. The United States is expected to also weigh in on any deal, given that it currently still has a maritime blockade of the strait in place.
The Iranians are extraordinarily difficult people. Number two, they have a fractured system. So there are people within their system who want the war to be over. There are also people within their system who are crazy radicals who want the war to continue. To navigate through that and get the best outcome for the American people, but for the President of the United States as well. And I do think that where we will ultimately land, it's going to be messy and it's going to take some time to get there. Where we will ultimately land, as you see, oil, I think, was at $79 today. Those oil prices are going to come down and stay down. Iran will never have a nuclear weapon, and the United States will be in a stronger position. But we're kind of in the middle of the game, and I think people are trying to prejudge exactly how this is going to go.
The UN says it continues to monitor developments on reopening the strait very closely.
No first-hand information at this stage about that. We're aware of the same reports that you are, and we certainly encourage the parties to move forward with any effort to have a negotiated solution to this issue.
Oman, which has spent months acting as a key mediator between Iran and the United States, has not publicly released the details of the draft agreement, but officials familiar with the negotiations say Muscat has helped broker a framework that could reduce the risk of further confrontations in the strait, where around 1/5 of the world's oil supply passes each day. The diplomacy also unfolded against a backdrop of renewed instability elsewhere in the region. Fighting had resumed in southern Lebanon, with exchanges of fire between Israeli forces and Hezbollah after weeks of relative calm. The renewed violence raised fresh concerns that the conflict could spread beyond the immediate border area, underscoring how quickly wider regional tensions could threaten shipping, energy supplies, and the fragile diplomatic progress being made between Iran, Oman, and of course the United States. Sherwin Bryce-Pease, SABC News, New York.